So rather than doing some sort of overview for a certain vehicle, kind of talking about its overall performance in the current environment, I figured I'd deviate just a little bit and showcase to you guys what is to be considered one of my better games in War Thunder. Now, that is exactly what you are looking at in front of you. This is a 20 kill game I had in top tier with USA. And let's be honest here, 20 kills is not something that's easily doable, especially in top tier and more so in realistic battle. And I figured we go ahead and do a tactical analysis and kind of walk you guys through exactly how this happened. Now, please don't take this as more or less of a flex or anything for that matter, guys. These games for me are very uncommon, with my personal best being about 21 kills, and I believe about the same amount of deaths, with I guess my average being anywhere between 5 to maybe 9 kills a game at times, with I think the average being about 5. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Now, as we actually dive into the video itself, there was a lot of factors that did come into play with this game itself. My buddy Yedidya, he is a fantastic player as well, and is one who was able to support me, and at times was even the reason why I got as many kills as I did. So I'm going to try to highlight as much of that as I can. And to those who were in this game and are upset by it, I do apologize, and I hope it doesn't come off as a little rough for you guys. So with that being said, here is my beautiful M1A2. I'm going to go ahead and put you guys in my gunner sight here, just to kind of have you guys understand exactly what I was doing itself. Now, some of the major factors that I used in this game itself was, one, of course, map knowledge. Now, generally, I know exactly where to go at certain parts of the game, and I know where to expect certain people while being in a certain area, if that makes sense. I'm just basically using my map already to kind of identify where I want to drop RD, etc. to kind of more or less mark targets. Now, of course, it doesn't show like that in the actual game itself. It opens the map, but you can see what I mean. Now, early game spot right here, I'm just looking for some people just to kind of engage, more or less, just to knock out those early players. I know there's going to be a couple players exactly where I'm looking at right now, looking at puffs of smoke, and I see a terms right there, and Wombo Combo, a friend of mine or somebody to my right, was able to get the follow-up shot, killing the second crew member as I killed the first. So there's that itself. Now, not a whole lot is really going on right now. There really isn't anyone nearby, and I'm just more or less just keeping my eyes peeled, using that beautiful thermal sight. I kind of recognize something over to the left with that ZTZ. I heard a helicopter coming by too, and I figured I'm going to load up the MPAT round. I'm audio queuing, and I end up finding exactly where he comes from, and just snapshot right into that Mi-35, who could have torn us a brand new one had I let him go through. Wait, was that a 35? Yeah, that was an Mi-35. Okay, cool. Now, I spot the ZTZ-99, but I can't quite pinpoint him. Like, I know he's there, but that tree in the way, it bugged me so much. And I'm just marking to my buddy here, like, hey, there's a target right there. Watch your left. I think he ends up shooting Yeti, too. And I try to get a follow-up, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to shoot at that spot, and then boom, I ended up knocking him out right then and there. And then I realized there's a second target up there, and I ended up getting wailed on by someone over to the right side. There it is right there. And a TAM-2C, dude, that was a good shot. And then I relayed to my buddy, dude, there's 3 targets right there. Watch out. And I do something that I'm very well known for. And I come out with, I believe, my FJ4B. And I'm joking around with my friend right now. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get 3 kills. I start doing that whole vampire thing, like 1 kill. You know, this probably was best that I wasn't recording the entire audio of it. Now, this is really weird. I'm going to go ahead and rock it like that instead and just walk you through. Now, I'm identifying targets right now. And I'll be honest, there is a little bit of a revenge kill going on right here. So there's missile number 1. I'm starting to guide it through. Knock out the first kill right then and there. Second one goes through. Guide that true. He knows what's up. Pop on my third one. Get that revenge kill. And I walk away with 3 easy kills in my FJ. And I still got 2 good missiles left too, which is really nice. So I'm just basically telling my buddy, like, oh, they're going to come back in SPAA. Watch out. I'm going to go ahead and go over the water and try to stay away from them. And you'll kind of see in a little bit that SPAA was going to be on my butt. Not long after that, and then I realized that, oh, someone got marked on their spawn point. Let me go ahead and wail on him really quick. I know it was 96 at the time, so I got that through. Ended up missing. I was very sad. See Florak Rad, who was after me, drop a missile, or there it is. There's the missile I dropped, but he had spawn protection. One of the guys I knocked out, so That was kill number 2 for me. But you know what? 3 kills in my plane wasn't too bad. And what's funny enough, I ended up bringing out that plane again in a backup because we had enough points for it. So moving forward just a little bit. Now this wasn't exactly a bright moment. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of skip through here really quick. I ended up getting my butt kicked pretty quick by a UHT, and I tried to guide my missile through about, I think, like 8,000 meters almost. It's about a 35-second flight time, so I figured, no, we go ahead and just skip right past that. Because again, nothing really eventful happens right here. And then there's that UHT. I recognize him. I see him over there. I ended up getting 1 kill too, by the way. I recognize he's right there, but here's the worst part. He knows I'm right here, and he already had a missile coming my way as I was trying to get close enough to use my own personal missile against him. As you currently see right now, here it comes. I'm trying to avoid it. I end up smacking the deck for some reason. I didn't break my engines. I don't know why it's showing right here, but here comes that missile. Nothing I can do. Flares. There's my defeat right there. So that's kill number 3. But things get a little bit better after this part right here. So let's go ahead and forward it just a little bit. And there we go. So I ended up bringing out my M60 AMBT, which is a very fantastic tank. KEW round, which is comparable to that of, say, the OFL 120F1, the M829A1. It's pretty much the exact same thing in terms of overall pen, with just some slight differences in 30 and 60 degree pen. But for the most part, this is a fantastic tank. Now, my buddy Yeti right here, he's kind of screaming for his life right now. I kid you not. He's just saying, like, oh, there's something over here. I can't help you. I'm like, okay, hang tight, dude. I'll come help you. So forwarding it just a little bit, you'll see that I hit that plane. Believe it or not, I only knocked out his flap. And then I ended up getting my butt kicked by a G91, and I figured, oh, great. Well, there's that. I honestly forgot about that, to be honest. I thought I did good in this thing. So I'm starting to get a little disillusioned right now. Our team is getting spanked pretty hard for the most part, and they still have plenty of people up right now. And so I was actually on the verge of just saying, hey, we're about to lose this game. Don't worry about it. But instead, I ended up bringing out a different vehicle. Now this is where things get really interesting. The HstvL is a fantastic vehicle with a great Sable round. My buddy Yeti is full rack. Keep an eye on that. He will be a huge help a little bit later in that vehicle itself. He keeps the skies clear for the most part, which, you know, I can't thank him enough for that, to be honest. So back to the HstvL. This bad boy, in all honesty, the fast rate of fire, I was just counting down those shells, and I was just throwing them out as much as I could accurately as well. So going ahead and forwarding this just a little bit, there's a T-80 Bravo. I know there's multiple targets right there, so I see my first target more or less, and I realize that, okay, I'm not going to engage him right now. Did I notice him? Actually, I don't think I noticed him, to be honest. I don't think he noticed me either. But I know there's a ZTZ-96 right there. I see the muzzle flash. I'm trying to see what he's shooting at. End up getting behind him. I screw up my shot, but then I realize, oh no, I'm going for his engine. I still don't see this guy. I just noticed him, one-tap him from the side, and I figured I'm going to burn this guy out. There we go. I'm just going to set him on fire the entire time. My buddy over here ends up knocking him out. I hear a T-80 right there. And then I realized, okay, there's definitely somebody right there. I gotta go ahead and knock him out. I didn't see this helicopter at all, so that's new to me. But thankfully, Yedidya was on that. Was he on that? Actually, I don't think it was. Actually, I don't even know what the hell happened right there. I don't know who got it. But anyways, I realized there's still another target on the other side of this building right here, or this right here. And keep in mind, I was very disillusioned with this game. I'm telling my buddy, like, hey, dude, listen. Look how many people we have left. Look how many they have left. I'm a little disillusioned. We're going to lose this game, but we're damn well going to be fighting in this game until the very end. So forwarding it just a little bit. Just a little bit. I know my buddy's right behind me. I hear him. I'm like looking around with my C key. I have thermals on, and I'm just basically listening to things around me. And then I hear something to my right side. I know there's a T-80 coming this way because I hear him. And I'm trying to pinpoint exactly where he's coming from. And then I start to realize, okay, he's coming through the road right here instead. So I ended up just kind of like marking him in case he kicks my butt so I can let the leopard behind me know what's going on. I see he's looking away. I take the advantage. I screw up my first shot, make up the second shot. He bounces, get underneath that lower glacis, and boom, he's dead right there. So that's both of his crew dead. So at that point, I'm kind of listening for another vehicle right here to my left. I'm like, oh, there's no friendlies to my left. Let's go around him. He doesn't know I'm coming this way. from the bridge side. So as this leopard is focused on my teammate right here, I come up right behind him and put one right in his butt. I start to panic a little bit, so I knock out his gun. The second shot went for his turret face. The third shot went for his gun. The last shot was made by my teammate here, who ended up knocking him out. So at this point, I'm playing defensively. Oops. Oh, well, there's Yeti doing his job, which is really nice. So I'm playing super defensively right now. I figured I got to rearm some of those Sable rounds really quick, so I get into a comfy position, and I kind of study my surroundings. I know there's going to be players coming from this direction. I know there's going to be some coming from up here. And then I think I realize what's going on. Do I see the full rack? I actually don't see him. But currently, we are at 7 tank kills right now, 1 aviation and a single cap. So right now, I'm just rearming. So I ended up hearing a shot from a 64 Alpha right here. Or was I paying attention up here? I know I realized the 64 Alpha at some point. There it is, right there. Notice him, engage him, right then and there. Single clean shot goes for his ammunition, which is really nice. Through the front plate, too, which was kind of unusual. Now, back to the gunner view. I should have been in this the entire time. Still going forward. I'm hearing something. I hear something, and I hear that 64 Bravo. I'm looking around. There it is right there. First shot, I mess up. Next shot goes for his engine. He bounces his shot, surprisingly. Lower glacis. Last shot. Ends up, actually, second to last shot. There we go. Go for his ammunition. Now, I only have about maybe 2 or 3 rounds. I hear something behind me, and I'm listening, and I see a leopard. I see he takes a shot. And then I realize that I might have an opportunity. I've taken too long to take up that opportunity, so I'm waiting for him to kind of follow up with another shot and kind of make a mistake. Now, I'm personally listening with my audio cue, which is why you'll see me kind of move around a little bit. And then I realize he's coming on the other side really quick, so I'm going to see if I can go ahead and come up to his side here and knock him out as best as I can. But I do hear that ZSU-23 a little bit far away, and then I start realizing that sound is gone, and then I start to realize again he's coming up behind me, and then there I see him. So I decided to track him momentarily right there. I don't know why it's showing a little off center, but I ended up tracking him, trying to keep him there, and then I realized that's his driver. Should be right there. So I'm just peeking, I'm angling, side scraping a little bit, and then boom, I knock out his driver. Now, I take a lot of follow-up shots to try to do the same thing, maybe go for more of his crew members. It doesn't exactly work out too well. The shrapnel ends up killing his gunner, which was very surprising to me, to be honest. Now, he's kind of like a little confused. I'm thinking about hitting his ammo, but no. I ended up non-penning his lower glacis, and I figured, oh man, I'm running out of ammo here. Okay, so I'm just waiting for my first stage ammo stowage to replenish. I figured I'd back up to stay on the cap point to get the ammo back, and then just kind of let the cap refill my ammo and try to do the best I can to knock out his driver, which should be his death right about here, I think. There we go, and I reload. It's reloading, and there it is. I knock out all of his crew. Now, I'm just kind of like revisiting my situation right now, understanding that we don't have too many people on the field right now. We only have one Leopard 2A5, a Florak, which is Yeti, and then, of course, just 490C. I see that 2S6 and end up 2-tapping him very quickly, which is why I love this tank very much. The follow-up shots on this thing are absolutely fantastic. So I got enough ammo, and I figured, okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and play a little bit more defensively. I'm going to move forward just a little bit, maybe go for that Bravo point, because they currently have both the points right now, and we don't have enough players to, I guess, kind of defend all 3 of them. So I'm focusing on capturing 2 of the 3 points and playing entirely defensive. Now, I see a Leopard 2A5. Now, this is a critical moment right here. There are 2 vehicles right in front of me. There is a PTZ-89 coming right down here, I believe, and a Leopard 2A6, I believe that was in front of me. I hear a 64 Bravo right behind me, or I hear something behind me. So I turn around, and I immediately one-tap right in the lower glacis, which is a beautiful shot. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. There's a 2A6 coming right down the road. I see Yeti. He's talking to me right now, and I say, get ready to back me up. And he's just yelling in my ear, what am I going to do? I'm a Florak Red. So I just told him, stay ready. Now, I tell him, I've got 2 tanks coming this way. There's the PTZ. There's the Leopard 2A6. Now, what they're trying to do right now is they're coming around me on the side. So the PTZ is going to come from this way. The 2A6 is going to come from that way, basically pincering me in. But what they didn't take account on is my first lucky shot, which I'll admit, third-person lucky shot right into his gunner. So I realized that I disabled his gunner, his breach, and his driver, so he's not going to deal with me anymore. So now I got to focus on this Leopard 2A6 right in front of me. And here's the best part right here. Yeti, who I told to be ready, is right back here and decides to throw a missile right at him, which disables him a little bit, sets him on fire. And I use him more or less as bait as he sends a second missile. He's still focused on me just a little bit. Ends up bouncing me. I set him on fire by breaking his engine. And then I realized that if I go forward just a little bit, he's not going to have a shot on me anymore. And now I should put my focus back on this 89, kill him with the next shot. Yeti, or the 2A5 back here, and Yeti were basically drawing his fire, in which I come up with a follow-up and one-tap him right there. So that is team play that worked out incredibly well, and a lucky team play from this guy as well. So at that point, I just countered a pincer move from a PTZ-89 and a Leopard 2A6 with the help of my friends and my teammates. So now at this point, I realize that I have to go for the capture point. And I actually don't meet any resistance at this point, I believe. Now, I've been shot about maybe 3 or 4 times, and I've been incredibly lucky. I see the Florak red, and I tell myself, oh, Yeti, dude, there's a Florak right here. I'm about to waste him. And I do exactly that with a small little snapshot. So back to the gunner view itself. Forwarding this just a little bit, nothing really happens except that ZSU-23, who tears me a brand new one. I should have been not so fast right there. So let's see, going forward a little bit. Now, I bring out my backup, FJ4B, which is more or less the nail in the coffin for the rest of this game. Now, I start studying around where the targets were previously. And then I realized that, okay, there's an SPAA that killed me earlier, and I know there's an MBT in that same area where I killed that 2A6 previously, so staying in the free look view. I start seeing that SPAA, and then I see him get destroyed not long after. Actually, yeah, no, that's the one I was looking at. I was looking at this one, actually. Knock him down, got it through just fine. I know there's another target right down here. I'm looking behind me exactly as you would see it right here, and I start going basically vertical and invert just a little bit, so I can get the drop on these 3 vehicles, or just these 2 right here. While Yeti, who is in his FJ4B, or G91, excuse me, is focusing, I believe, the guy on Bravo. I see the 2A5, guide the missile through. True kill right there. I noticed there's someone else in their spawn right here, and I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and deal with this guy as well. So I'm looking behind me. I see him start going vertical, invert, and then I'm asking Yeti, like, what are you going to do? Are you going to bomb those guys over there? And he says he had to use all 4 of his missiles to go on the guy on Bravo. So I decide to drop this bomb right here, knock him out. Not until the SPA right behind me ends up knocking me out just a little bit later. So should be coming up right about... No, he didn't knock me out. Oh, I swore he knocked me out, to be honest. So I think I come around to get the next shot. So Yeti was nice enough to actually do a flyby. Ends up getting knocked out himself. I think I die right about here, or I counter him. No, he counters my missile right there. So I come in for the next missile, and it happens to work out well. There we go. Direct hit. Nice hull break. Oh, yeah, I forgot. This is the guy that knocks me out. The Mi-24P with an R60, and I can't dodge that. I'm like, oh, go up! And he ends up hitting me anyway. So I ended up getting my 6th death right there. I'm at 19 kills at this point. The game is nearly over. But rest assured, just because they have both the cat points... Oh, I'm just kind of revenge killing him a little bit. Just because they have the points doesn't mean the game is going to be over. Now, the ticket bleed starts getting a little extensive, and I bring out my striker, which, by the way, M900 is freaking awesome. I highly recommend you guys look into this vehicle itself. Now, this is my final tank. We capped both the points at that point. So I figured, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and play a little defensively. I'm telling Yeti, holy crap, I can't believe we just got this game right back. I'm at 19 kills. I got 1 aircraft kills. I did die 6 times. And as I move forward just a little bit, I just play a little defensively. And then my last kill is going to come up right now. Now, I'm just watching this end right here. And coincidentally enough, the 2A6 comes up. And I just get the first good shot. He bounces me, which is a lucky bounce. I got his loader, so he's boned right then and there. And the game ends. So that does it for the tactical analysis of one of my better games. And in all honesty, it was a hell of an experience. There was a lot of luck that was involved, as well as some team play as well. You did yet keeping those skies clear. He was able to identify certain targets at certain areas and kind of pinpoint them for me to either engage in my vehicle, in my aircraft, and so on and so forth. But in all honesty, guys, these games really aren't that common for me, especially now. again, I would probably average maybe 5 to 8 kills on the average at top tier, which is not exactly a very uncommon thing, seeing that Sable rounds are very forgiving. You have thermal sight, stabilizers, and very good reload paired with some decent armor at the higher tiers. So again, this is something that even probably the most average of players can achieve with just a little bit of luck. And with that being said, if you guys want to kind of see this type of gameplay live, I do stream over on Twitch, so I might get some of these games from time to time. But if you guys want to see a more live experience, you know where to find me over there. And if you guys did enjoy this, let me know down in the comment section below, guys. I want to know if this is something you guys would like to see, and maybe even then I can maybe critique, if that's a good word to use, any other players' games, which I could even make into a series here on the channel. So with that being said, let me know, guys, and we'll see about continuing this a little bit later down the line. With all that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy everything, and I'll see you guys not only in the next videos or even the streams, but in War Thunder itself. Until next time.